Greetings to all melanated people around the world. It's really a joy, it's really a blessing, it's really an honor to be out here in nature and greeting you. Knowing I bring this message of truth to you. Knowing I bring a message of love to you. A message of peace, a message of emancipation to you. If you would just be open-minded and listen to this message and analyze it for yourself and think for yourself and forget about what you've been taught from a little child and learn to think for yourself, you come to understand that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history. You will also come to realize that the Bible was written symbolically. And then you will come to understand why I choose to speak to you concerning that God would never leave you nor forsake you. So that's what I want to speak about. God would never leave you nor forsake you. Now the Bible tells you if you go to the bottom of the ocean, He's there. If you go to the highest heights, that He's there. And the reason why He tells you that He's there, because you are there. Because God and man are one. God is your own human imagination, the creator in man. For the Bible says in St. John 1 and verses 3, that without Him there isn't anything made that was made, and that all things were made by Him. Can you tell me of one thing in this world that was made that wasn't first imagined? Can you tell me of one thing in this world that was made that wasn't first a thought or first an idea? So basically, you are taking a personification for your human imagination for a person. And then the Bible tells you in Galatians 4:24 that the stories of the Bible, they are all allegories. And he speaks about the story of Abraham in particular. And many believe that Jesus Christ came through the lineage of Abraham. If the story of Abraham is an allegory, then the story of Jesus Christ have to also be an allegory. Now, an allegory is a story whereby the characters are not real. For the Bible have no reference to anyone that ever existed thousands of years ago, or to any actual event that took place upon the earth. It is all speaking about the human psyche. It is teaching you that everything is psychological. Now, if you're skeptical and you do not believe me, could you tell me of one thing that was done in the Bible that wasn't first psychological or first a thought? Tell me one thing that was done in the Bible, whether good or evil, that wasn't first a thought. Tell me of one thing that was done in the Bible that wasn't first psychological, and then you will prove that I do not know what I am speaking about. But I'm saying to you, my brothers and my sisters, when the Bible says that God will never leave you nor forsake you, it is basically telling you that the Bible is your own biography. It is telling you that you are God, and you are God in flesh. And the Bible tells you in Psalms 82 that you are God, nevertheless you shall die like a man. And then it also tells you it in St. John chapter 10, showing you that when you come to your Christ self, come to your true identity of knowing who you are and knowing that you are the creator and that you can create your reality consciously, because it is your thought that is creating your reality. And you tell your brothers and your sisters, they're going to turn around and call you Beelzebub, they're going to turn around and call you crazy, they're going to say that you have a devil, and they're going to say blasphemy. And I'm speaking from experience, because when I come to my Christ self, I've seen the many religious people who are fulfilling St. John chapter 10 for me. And I will say to them, I'm not angry with you. You have to play your part and I have to play my part. Because everything is first mental, everything is first a thought. So when you read about the scribes and you read about the Pharisee, you're reading about mentality. You're reading about the human psyche. You're reading about a religious mentality. And when you read about the Christ, you're reading about an enlightened mentality. You're reading of one who have ascended and come to discover the journey of life from humanity to divinity. Because he has come into his infinity. He has become invisible from the birth, from the skull, and fulfilled St. John chapter 3. That is why it is said in St. John chapter 3, we know of what we are speaking about. We are the true witness. We who have experienced the birth from above. That is what it's speaking about. We who have experienced the ascension. We know we first descended into generation, and now we must ascend it into regeneration. Oh, Mr. Nicodemus, Mr. Religious mindset, you coming to me by night. When is it coming to me by night? Or when you come to Christ by night, it is speaking about one who is in darkness. He's in religious darkness. He's in political darkness. He's in educational darkness. So people who living in this world and is vibrating under the energy of fear and are being captive to religious darkness, political darkness, educational darkness, and they do not know who they are. And they get caught up going after just the getting, instead of the being. When the Bible says if you seek first the kingdom, which is the being, and you find the being, you will find the secret to creation, because all these things will be added unto you. So when you say God will never leave you nor forsake you, it is speaking about yourself. You can't leave yourself. You can't leave your consciousness. You can never get away from the consciousness of being. A man may lose his mind, but he can never get away from the consciousness of being. That's what he's talking about. The consciousness of being. Doesn't matter what state of mind you're in. You can never get away from the state of being. Because your human imagination is not a state. It is God Himself. And all the different things that you may do is coming out from that. That's the reason why it is said in Deuteronomy 32:39, I am God and there is no other. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. And then it says in Isaiah 45, verses 5 to 7, I create the darkness and I create the light. I create the good and I create the evil. And I think it's in Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, can evil be done in a city and God haven't done it? Can evil be done in a city and God haven't done it? No, let me say this. Most Christians will say to me, I'm a child of God. And I say to them, okay, fine, you're a child of God. I'm not against that. But let me ask you a question. The child of a sheep, which is a lamb, will go into adult sheep. The child of a goat, which is a kid, will go to become an adult goat. The child of a dog, which is a pup, will grow into becoming an adult dog. Now, if you are a child of God, what will you grow to become? And they get angry. And they will say, I am not God, because of their low self-esteem. Because they were never made to believe in themselves. They were made to belittle themselves. They were made to believe that there's separation between them and God when God and man are one. That's why I say God will never leave you nor forsake you. You can't get away from yourself. You can't escape from yourself. That's the reason why I teach is show you in the Bible that whatever consciousness you die in, that the consciousness you will wake up in. In the story of Lazarus and the rich man and these greedy preachers who want to deceive people, whenever they have a funeral, they all choose that scripture about Lazarus and the rich man in hell. In hell, it's speaking about a state of consciousness. It is speaking about a psychological state. And then it talk about Lazarus in Abraham's bosom. And remember, I tell you, the story of Abraham is an allegory in Galatians 4:24. And then it's showing you another state of consciousness. So it's showing you that you have a choice of the life that you choose to live. You can live a life of truth, or you can live a life of lie. You can live a life whereby you're going after the getting and forget about the being. That's the reason why I say, watch out the prophet of man if you gain the whole world and lose his soul. If you never find yourself, if you never know who you are, if you never know why you are here, where you come from, where you going, if you never discover your God self, you never complete the journey of 9. You never come to the 9 power. Do you know that there's no number higher than 9? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 is a 1 and a 0. 11 is a 1 and a 1. 12 is a 1 and a 2. You go right down to 19, then you start over again. A 2 and a 0, 20 and so on. So this journey of life is a journey from humanity to divinity. And I'm encouraging you to discover your divinity. And when you discover your divinity, you will understand why I say God will never leave you, nor forsake you, because God and you are one. You are God. Believe in your God self. Trust your God self. But for you to prove that you and God are one, you have to learn to create consciously. So Psalms 4:4 tell you to commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Don't believe in no God outside of yourself. And Matthew 6:6 tell you not to believe in any God outside of yourself. That prayer is desire and meditation. And when you get your desire, go into your closet, into your secret place of meditation, and let your request be made known. See it through your mind's eye. Visualize it. Believe it. Speak it. And go to bed saying, I am that I am. Going to bed, believe in yourself. Going to bed more consciously. Going to bed and thinking about yourself more creatively to create your reality consciously. So that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to say the truth will never leave you, nor forsake you. And love will never leave you, nor forsake you. For God and man are one. Live in your inheritance, your God self. For you are the master and creator of your destiny, because it is your thought that is creating your reality. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to encourage you to continue to support this work by supporting our books. We have paperback books and we have ebooks, and the link is right down below for you. You can check out the link and support these wonderful books. You can share them with friends and families and so on, and get this message all around the world. I think my brother and my sisters throughout the entire Caribbean and Africa and all of America and all the rest of the world where there are melanated people need to really get this message and change their energy and their vibration and their frequency and get out of Christianity and learn to come to the message of self-realization. Also, for those of you who would like to support us in our clothing store, the link is right down below for our clothing store. You can check out our clothing store where we have hoodies and we have t-shirts and we have pillows, and we are asking you to support our work so we'll be able to take this work further and expand this work and reach as much people all around the world as possible, because certain benefits have not been afforded to me on YouTube and so on, like it's been afforded to other people because of my location, okay, which I will not go all into right now. So I want to just encourage you to support our store, and it's quite a few people been supporting us on Patreon. I can actually count the amount on one hand. I want to ask you to be a part of our Patreon and support this work, because I'm just doing this out of pure love for our people and to really get our people to wake up, because you know, in my country people ridicule me, they call me devil, they call me all manner of evil, because it's very much new to them. And for someone to be doing what I'm doing here in a country like this country that I'm living in, you have to be very strong within your mind, and you have to be very much brave. You know, you have to be fearless to do what I'm doing. You know, you can see, if you see the look on people's faces when I say that Jesus Christ is a man 2,000 years ago never existed, how they would look at me. Okay, so my brother and my sisters, you know, when you help this work, I'll be able to help my brother and my sisters also, and you are also helping them. So let each other help, let us help one another, because we are one. Okay, we believe in the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man. So that being said, my brother and my sisters, I want to thank you very much, and I want to now give you the sign of Matthew 6:22, where it says, if I be single, your whole body will be full of light. I'm saying to you, when you have that experience, you come to experience it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N. And you come to realize that it is the dawning of a new day. And that without the sun there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And that the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. And we are the people of the sun. Therefore, let us use our mind power to achieve our every desire. With that being said, I want to say peace, love you, I'm out.